welcome back to Talk with TQ. I'm TQ, that's what people that know me well call me, and TQ stands for Toni Quest. I have a guest today who's an artist in her own right, but she's also a very astute businesswoman. She works in craft services, which is a field in which people actually feed the cast and crew of TV commercials, movies, model shoots, and the like. I'm actually in her actual space. Her name is Jenn Weishaar Egatz, and her actual kitchen is in Peekskill, and we're actually shooting in her kitchen, and she'll be making a wonderful dish for us, something that I've actually tried, and I can't wait to have it again. And who knows, she might put a special flair on it. But I'm going to just start with what you usually do when you want to eat. You have to start with a beverage. So I'm just going to break out the wine, and this is the wine that we've chosen. Jenn told me I should get myself a nice creamy Chardonnay, and I picked this Chardonnay up from our local wine store, Steve's place down at Dillon's, and we're going to give it a shot. So I'll introduce you to Jenn while I pour the wine, if that's okay with you. Is that okay, Jenn?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, so Jenn, tell me, how did you get into the field of craft services? And tell me about your company, which is called Real Chow. That's R-E-E-L, Chow.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Well, basically, I'm a stylist for commercials, and we're on set. Every day there's a snack table that you go to, and I just wanted something that offered healthier options for everyone. And I love cooking, so I thought, why not start a company and see how that goes. And then from that, I also started a food blog where I share my recipes.
Okay, and you take wonderful pictures on your food blog.
Thank you.
How can
it's a learning.
I'm
learning,
it's an ongoing learning process.
Definitely,
yes. Where can one find your blog?
At realchow.com.
Okay. Realchow.com, that's R-E-E-L, Chow.
CHOW.com.
Right, .com.
Yep.
And I have to say, if you go there, you'll find that there are great pictures, wonderful pictures of food, very mouth-watering pictures. So how did you get into cooking per se? I mean, you're such a great cook.
Thank you. Well, I like to eat. I love food.
Hey.
And, it's just more sensible to make it yourself than to go out all the time.
Okay.
And being freelancer, I usually have some days off. So I have time on my hands, and I like to cook. It's a good way to be creative and
make friends.
And it smells good and it tastes good, exactly.
Make friends and influence people. Yes, it's like, I always say good food is the ultimate bribe. It works like a charm.
Yeah, I like to feed people.
Yeah. So tell me what we're going to be making today.
Today we are making, it's kind of like a huevos rancheros, and I'm from Southern California, so I love the Mexican food, and this is my take on it. I'm using organic black beans, I am using honey maple ham, and really fresh corn tortillas, and I'm making an herb salsa instead of a regular salsa with tomatoes. This salsa is basically, the base is parsley, and then I have fresh dill and thyme, shallot, garlic, sea salt, red pepper flakes, red wine vinegar, olive oil, and some black pepper. And that's going to pull it all together.
Okay, and I noticed that the ingredients that you choose tend to be very, very healthy.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and if people could be here, there's a wonderful smell that we have, a fragrance that just sort of is lingering in the air that, I know that I'm very anxious to try this dish again, and I'm sure that everybody that tries it will enjoy it. So let's take a step-by-step process. I've poured the wine.
Okay.
Why did you choose this wine? Why did you want a creamy Chardonnay?
A creamy Chardonnay goes good because this dish has some punch to it. The herb salsa is very strong. I mean, parsley has a little bitter taste to it. And then with the red chili flakes, it's got some heat. So I thought the buttery flavor to help wash it down would be a nice way to just clean your palate a little.
Okay.
And complement the dish.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do first is get started on the ham that I got from the deli.
Ham.
And I'm just going to put this in the oven. It's already cooked, but I'm going to place it in the oven to heat it up. And I preheated the oven to 225, and I'm just going to let it heat for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Those are nice pieces of ham.
They are.
Poor pig.
Wow.
Oh well. You couldn't actually make this vegetarian if you wanted to, couldn't you?
Yeah, you do not have to use meat at all. So
Because it would stand alone.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got it. I'm excited.
Okay, so that's in
So
there.
you're putting it right in the middle of the oven. What do you
am.
have that set for?
It's at 225.
225.
225.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm going to get started, and in my food processor, I'm just going to add parsley, which I removed the really thick stems off, so it's mostly the leaves, and dill,
Fresh dill.
fresh dill,
Fresh parsley.
and I picked the thyme apart. It was about 8 sprigs of thyme. Okay.
If one wanted to use dried herbs, would it be okay? It wouldn't be the best, I'm sure, but would it still have the...
I would say that if you want to do a dry herb, you could probably just use dry dill and let the others be fresh.
Okay.
So,
Fresh is better, though.
and then garlic.
Garlic makes everything taste good,
It does.
except ice cream. Although I hear there is a garlic ice cream. There's a town called Garlic, I heard. Got to look it up on the internet.
Really?
Yeah. And I hear they make garlic ice cream. Yeah,
That's interesting.
I bet. I haven't tried it, but I'm willing.
Okay.
As a lover of garlic.
I do love garlic too. Garlic is really good for you.
It is, in a lot of ways, high in antioxidants. So far, all the ingredients you're using are very healthy. Shallots, that probably gives it like a sweet taste, I imagine.
It does, yes. Okay.
Oh, it smells so good.
Thank you. And then I'm just going to drizzle some olive oil. About a tablespoon and a half.
Okay.
Some red wine vinegar, about a tablespoon.
Now, this recipe is something you really kind of dreamed up.
Yeah, there's a lot of different versions you can make of this.
Okay.
But I just like to use my favorite herbs. And then some kosher salt.
Very coarse.
Yep.
Kosher salt.
And then this is a half teaspoon of pepper flakes, but I think I'll use half of a half teaspoon.
Why? Why less?
I'm afraid of the heat.
The
I
heat.
don't want to make it too hot, and you can always add more later. And then pepper.
Fresh ground pepper. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm getting very anxious to taste this.
Okay. So now I'm just gonna.
You have to put that in your food processor, right?
Yes.
So going from one step to the next. You make it look so easy, Jen.
I haven't used this thing in a very long time.
You used it, what, last week? You always said very long time for you is like last week. That's not very loud at all.
No, it's actually nice.
So Jen, if one wanted to, they could take this and put all of these ingredients in a simple blender as well, correct?
You could put it in a blender, but I sometimes worry that if you put it in a blender, it might get stuck under the blades.
Oh.
That's the only problem.
So you're not really making it into like a paste. You're just like...
Right, it's just more like a little salsa.
I think a lot of people will probably have to use a blender anyway. Boy, that smells good. Wow, my mouth is watering. If you had any idea how good this smells, you'd be so jealous right now.
Yeah, so it's just mostly, parsley is the base of it. And it just smells so fresh, doesn't it?
And it goes to show you that it's very important to use fresh ingredients. It does make a difference because you get the fragrance of the actual herbs.
And you can, make this, you can make a lot more. You could double the recipe. This is not that much that I made, so.
It'll feed. It'll feed me and you and the crew.
Okay, so now...
Have you ever made this on the set of Real Chow? For one of the Real Chow shoots? Or
No.
But this is going in the repertoire of what you'll offer?
Possibly,
Yeah.
Maybe for like a breakfast setup.
Ooh, yes, that would be nice.
I'm gonna get started on the beans now.
Can I help you in any way, Jen, over there?
Yes, you could take care of the tortillas.
Oh, okay.
So I heated up the olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
Just let it heat up a little bit more. And here are the
tortillas. The tortillas. Aren't they lovely? I'm gonna put them in the olive oil as per Jen's instructions. A plate to put this on?
Yeah.
And she's telling me to do one at a time, and I will. You say when, Jen?
Just let it maybe like another minute.
Okay.
And I'm heating up the organic black beans.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't add anything to. It's just because the herb sauce is just so flavorful.
It's flavorful, and it smells busy. It smells like not super busy, but like they're having a good time in that
Yeah.
bowl. What else could you use that herb salsa for?
It's really good on steak. That's really good.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah. This is done?
Yep. You can pull it out.
And then I'll put another one on. Hey.
Okay.
Now, why did you choose a yellow? Because you could have used blue, right?
They do have blue corn, but which I have used before, but they add food coloring to that.
Oh, see, who knew?
Yeah. And this corn tortilla, which I got from Mrs. Green's in the frozen section, it doesn't have cornstarch or any bad stuff for you. It has no preservatives at all.
It's 100% natural.
Just 100% sprouted corn.
Sprouted corn, yeah. So, which means it's gluten-free.
Gluten-free.
That's good.
You know, and also if you don't want to fry it, you can just put it on fire to char it and heat it up a little instead if you're not into frying.
Over a flame, yeah. I imagine you could grill it too.
Yeah.
I could imagine grilling this recipe.
Yeah,
or grilling the tortillas, I'll say. Not grilling the black beans. That part I knew. Can't grill black beans.
I'm just going to reach over. Okay, that's good. Stir this.
So it's very important not to overcook these tortillas, I can imagine. Do they stick together if I put them on top of each other?
No, they won't.
Okay, but I won't do that anyway.
Okay,
so
I'm going to start with the eggs.
Okay, so now you're making the fried egg, which is kind of cool.
I'm just going to make it sunny side up. I'm going to do 3.
Now, usually this dish, this is like a version of like a traditional version of, what is it called again?
Huevos rancheros.
Huevos rancheros. Because usually it's like a great, like a nice red sauce, and it looks the way it tastes. Where this, it's always a surprise at how healthy it tastes. With Jen, everything Jen makes is always super, super healthy. Should I make all 4 tortillas or just one? Or just these?
I would just do these 3 for now.
Okay.
And then,
They're quick to make.
yeah. Just rub off that excess oil. And the ham is almost ready.
Yum. And this is a pretty quick dish, it sounds like. It's not.
It's very quick, and it's so easy to make, and it's really inexpensive as well, you know?
Yeah. Look at that thing bubbling up. And I like the fact that you choose organic more often than not. You know, some people still don't realize how important I do. Because, you know, you have all kinds of pesticides and things like that, and you never know. You end up growing like
Sorry.
hair on your fingernails because of something you ate with pesticides in it. And that you don't want.
No.
This looks pretty good right now, right?
Mm.
Smells good.
Thank you.
Look at those eggs.
Okay.
Perfect. Whoops.
Great.
Did it.
So you
Ta-da.
put that down. Just gotta wait for this.
So what is it like? You just like thinking, and all of a sudden you come into you have like a yen for something, and you get an idea for a dish. Is that how it works with you?
Pretty much. Or, you get inspired when you, at least when I eat out or,
Right. You
get
think of how you can
inspired.
make something better.
Better, or just maybe add different flavors to it.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I do like to cook what I crave, so
Yeah.
and this is a really good dish.
I remember one time you calling me up some time ago, and you asked me, "What are you craving?"
I did.
Yeah. What was I craving?
I don't remember.
Oh, I know what it was. A BLT.
Oh, yes, and I made you one.
You made me one, but it was not your garden variety BLT. It was so special. I was like, wow, Jen. Everything was just like perfect. It was like your absolute perfect ultimate BLT.
Mm-hmm.
Organic everything. Imagine organic bacon. What kind of pig is that is organic, you know? They eat organic. They eat organic grains or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Must be a special farm. Very special farm. Oh, those eggs look beautiful.
They do. I'm just going to flip them.
Are you going to do easy over? Cool.
Yeah, I'm going to do easy over just because I want to make sure that they're not too runny.
Yeah.
Over easy.
Over easy. What did I say? Easy over?
Easy over.
Right, over easy. I knew that.
Okay, so. And the first thing I'm going to do is just put the beans on the dish, on the tortilla.
So it's like a layering.
Yep, it's just a layering.
Boy, it smells so good.
You know what, next is the ham, before I forget.
And if I remembered correctly, you made the BLT not with turkey bacon, but you did use pork, but there was something you said you liked better about the bacon that you chose.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was Canadian bacon. It was Canadian bacon. If I'm correct, am I right?
I think so. I'm trying to remember.
I remember the bread was really special.